I should introduce myself.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to say. Katie Green, candidate and not a candidate. I'm a student.
Master's level student.
Yeah. And at Lamar University.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. I'm not going to do that because I'm doing that in my introduction portion.
Oh, okay.
Could you please state your name, your position, and where you work?
Sure. Hi, my name is Tina Krol. I'm assistant principal here at Killian Middle School. I've been here for 10 years. I'm excited to talk about the vision statement with Miss Katie Green today.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you questions regarding our campus vision. The purpose of the interview is to gain your perspective of Killian's vision and how that vision affects our campus culture.
Okay.
The first question is, what is our campus vision?
Okay. So our entire school district has the vision that all students will enjoy a thriving and productive life and a future that they will create. Specifically at Killian Middle School, we have taken that and formatted a personal mission statement to go along with it. And that says that Killian Middle School is committed to providing all students with a forward-thinking education that gives them the opportunity to empower, inspire, create, and innovate.
Okay. Do you think that teachers and staff at Killian could tell you our vision if they were asked today?
Word for word, no. But they could tell you that we are a campus that promotes innovation, creativity, risk-taking, that we allow our students to be as creative as they want to be. I think that teachers could tell you that as an administration, we're very flexible.
Okay. How does our campus recognize and celebrate those who implement strategies in support of the campus vision?
Okay, great. So something that at least I, and the other administrators, I think, we take a lot of pride in us being in the classrooms as much as possible. I try to walk the entire building a couple times a day. Screen's black.
It's still recording.
Okay. So we try to be as visible as possible, and if you're not visible, you don't know what's going on in the classrooms. But once you're in there and you spend the time in the classrooms and you see what the teachers are doing, the students are doing, then you can start celebrating those achievements. What's really important to me specifically is to see where teachers start off and where they grow. You know, that progress that they're making, the gains that they're making as professionals and as the students are making them. That's what I want to celebrate. So some things that we do to recognize and celebrate that, we have a weekly shout out in our email that we do every week, and we try to walk around the entire building. You know, we don't just focus on the core classes. We really think about electives, the arts, you know, how are students being creative in the library? How are they excelling in athletics? So we look all around to see how our teachers are creating these learning experiences that students can thrive in. Something else we do, we write these I caught you cards, and here's an example of one. But just whenever we see a teacher doing something in the classroom, or just with students, you know, building relationships, we try to write a little note and be intentional about it. And that's something that I'm so quick to send an email. Part of it is I don't like to write. I'm just not a great writer, but I'm a great typist. So anyways, I like to write these little cards and put them in there. And I make that a personal goal to try to, you know, write a couple every single week. And I don't want it to be arbitrary. You know, I want to send ones that are meaningful when I actually see it. So if I see the same person doing 3 different things that are great, then fine, I'll send it to those 3 people. I don't have a checklist or anything.
Okay.
Something else I do is just working with having those conversations, you know, and verbally giving praise and saying, hey, I noticed you doing this today, or sending a quick text message. I saw a new teacher sitting by herself. Another teacher walked up to her and had a conversation. And it was a very sweet and kind-hearted of that teacher to leave all of their friends and walk over there. And I sent a little text and said, hey, notice what you did today. That was very sweet of you. And finally, I think we use social media a lot. I love to be on Twitter and send lots of tweets and see what the teachers are doing, or retweet what they're doing in the classroom. So I think in this day and age in the 21st century, social media is a big part of it as well.
Right. Okay. How are these contributions and achievements effectively communicated to the staff, students, and community?
Okay. So one thing I do when I conference with teachers and they say they're struggling with some sort of teaching strategy, whether it's SSR or having difficult conversations with students, I think back on what teachers are doing a really great job, and I encourage them to go visit and watch that teacher teach. So when using those authentic examples of how teachers are being successful and allowing other teachers to walk into the door and create that culture where we can share and work together, I think that the teachers see that. When we have Teacher of the Month, or we have Teacher of the Year, we try to announce that through the PTA email blast. We have it go through on the announcements. We have a digital marquee outside that we post those things on. And we try to be specific on why we're doing that as well. But that's something that we could probably improve on our campus. It's just really praising teachers and students verbally for everyone to hear.
Okay. How does the campus use innovative thinking as a learning experience to promote our campus vision?
Because our campus vision is so focused on providing students with a rich and unique learning experience, that we really want to prepare our kids for the 21st century. We want our kids to be able to grow up and go wherever they want and do whatever they want and be as creative as possible. So keeping those things in mind, I think that we're really flexible, and we encourage teachers to take whatever risks they want to take. And if they make a mistake and they try a new lesson and it's a complete disaster, I think that they know that they will never get in trouble for that. We will never have a difficult conversation about that. That is something that we encourage them to try. So, allowing the teachers to see that, I think, shows that we really do value our vision, that we really want students to have every opportunity to be creative. And we spend a lot of our resources really to get us there. So we use different Castle Hills funds. Our principal will purchase things for the classroom to work on the innovative and flexible learning environments. We have a STEM lab in our library, or STEAM lab, and makerspace. We allow our teachers to use Genius Hour. I have a couple ELA teachers who dedicate an entire 45 minutes once a week on Genius Hour. And sure, they're not hitting the teens in that time, but we are fostering that environment where kids are able to think on their feet and think creatively and ask questions and wonder and be curious. And that all ties back into our vision statement.
Okay. And then the last question, how does the campus vision impact morale or school culture?
I think because our campus vision is student-centered, at the end of the day, why are we all here? We're here for the kids. They're the most precious part of our job, and we're here for them. So as long as we keep reminding ourselves, our vision statement is, yes, we want them to be creative and innovative, but more than anything, we want to provide them with a learning experience. We are committed to providing them with the best learning experience that we can. And when teaching gets difficult, because we all know it does, especially in October, if we remind ourselves why we're here, what our purpose is, and we have that extra internal motivation to keep pushing through those difficult days. I think that we, as administrators, we try to remember that, and I specifically try to remember that, and really work on being that servant leader and putting everyone else before myself. And that's something that I want to foster in the campus, and by leading by example, teachers should see that, because they are leaders. Our teacher leaders make way more of an impact than any administrator can make. So, keeping students at the center of it and supporting teachers and just using that servant leadership mentality, I think, is what keeps us going.
Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to answer my questions.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. That was good. I can't wait to see how long it was.